Hey everybody, welcome to Sam's Doing Stuff and welcome to my concrete woodyard. Yes, I have a concrete woodyard. Now, no one in their right mind would pour this much concrete just to produce firewood. It doesn't make any sense. Most people work on gravel or dirt or mud. And having concrete is such a benefit because I don't have to work in the mud. And it's very easy to clean up. And of course, those of you that have been with me for a while know about this. This was an old barn and they tore it down and it left me a mess to clean up, but they also left the concrete substructure in the basement, if you will, which is fantastic for storing bulk firewood. This is the firewood that I deliver to my dad, and I'll just scoop it up with the tractor and I don't get dirt, mud, and rocks mixed in with it when I deliver it. Now, while it is absolutely wonderful to work on because it's so easy to clean up, it is also an absolute eyesore from the street. This angle here is what you see from our front yard and our front fields from the street. And it needs to be aesthetically improved. And I have plans for this. I was going to maybe just put up a fence. But if I'm gonna build something here, why not build something, right? So I've got some bigger plans for this. Let's just talk about it a little bit. If you can kind of picture it, this right here is pretty much ready for a plate, you know, a bottom plate for a wall. So if I fix up this concrete, fix up the holes in it, put a bottom plate along there, I can start building a wall, maybe a 8 to 10 foot wall, and then have it an L shape up there, and then a sloped roof, just like the other barn over on this side, and maybe a doorway or a gate over here. I don't know, there's a lot of, this is just the way my mind works. I start looking at this and kind of picturing what could be there. So that's one thing I'd like to do. But before I get into building anything, I've got to clean this whole thing up. And the worst area is this along here. I don't know what it was or why or how it connected to the old barn or anything like that, but we've got a bunch of 4x4s that are bolted down and a bunch of weeds and a bunch of loose rock over here that transitions into the concrete. It's just an absolute mess. And I've got plans for things I'd like to do with this, but I need to get down to a clean slate. I have no idea what's under here. And how can you decide what you're going to build if you don't know what you're building it on? Now, at the end of all this mess is one of the most useful areas I've found, and that's this. You can't really tell how high it is above this concrete, but it's about 18 inches or so. And what that allows me to do is to back the trailer up right here and use this as a loading dock. And let me tell you, that is a fantastic asset to have a raised area that's about the same height as the back of your pickup truck or the back of my trailer, and to be able to load directly into that trailer, mainly because I can load things that are too heavy for the BX to lift above the side of the trailer and drive them right in and just set them down. So I have plans for this, of making it a whole lot better and making it more of a real loading dock that I can just back the trailer up to and not have to use ramps to get up in. It'll be nice. That's another thing. Now, let me show you another problem area. So I cleaned all of this up. I made access through here. This was all dirt and manure and overgrowth and scrub. And I cleaned this all up and I put in a backstop for my shooting target practice. And when I did that, all of these rocks came out of there. Yeah, we've got rocks everywhere. And some of these rocks have fallen down from here. This all needs cleaned up, of course, and I would like to take these rocks and build a nice rock wall right here. There's the backstop for the shooting range, and all of this is just dirt that's just kind of falling down here. And I've got some scrub trees in here. This tree right here is completely dead, so that's gonna come out. This tree, I think it's a cherry. I'd like to save it. When I'm digging down here, I don't know how much I'll get into the roots and everything, but this all just needs shored up, and I've got tons of rocks to do it. So that, my friends, is where we're gonna start. And this is gonna be a series. This is gonna be one of those videos that leads into the next, and we'll just work on it all fall when we have decent weather. And I think it's gonna be a good project. I'm happy to be able to work on something that doesn't have a real time crunch to it and is just gonna kind of be fun to work on. So let's get started. Well, the very first thing I'm going to need to do is dig this out and get that tree out of there. So, let's start there and see what happens. We're just going to do this a little bite at a time. I want to knock my wall down. I think I'm just going to spoon this all over here. Let's go up to the top of the hill and push that thing over. Get right up on it. Give it a little push. Tough little bugger, isn't it? And we're just gonna grab it. Pull it this way a little. Come right out of there. Break off? Is it gonna break off? I think it broke off. Yeah, I think it's off. There we go. One big tree. Let's put it over on the log pile. Perfect. I can deal with it later. So now that I've got a pretty good area excavated, I'm going to switch machines and just try and clean this up a little bit. This is getting pretty good. Now you got to get off and get out of the machines and start doing some hand labor. Just gonna make a nice flat area through here. I can set those stones. I think I'm going straight this way. All right, that looks pretty good. So I got it, it kind of curves a little bit, it'll be fine. I think that'll be a good, it'll look nice, yeah. And it's slanted back a little so that the rocks will sit and lean back. I gotta find the right rocks. So up in here, where I've been storing all my boulders, I've got some square sandstone, chiseled out sandstone. Came from the foundation of the old farmhouse that was here. And I just kind of stored it up here. That's a decent one. So I think what I'll do is just sort this out. Just put them down a little closer. put these off to the side for now. How about up in there somewhere? Yeah, that's a good one. Just gonna toss it down the hill here. There we go. What else do we have in here? Oh, there's a good one. That's a really good one right there. Let's get that one. That's a good one there too. All right. Just using the tractor here to push these other ones down the hill. Get them within reach of the excavator so that I can just place them where I want them. Okay. Now comes the fun part. Am I too close? Nope, I'm good. Trying to find the right stone to put where. I think I want this one first. Might have to That's pretty good right there. Have discovered that there are sometimes you just have to get out of the machine and do things by hand. I want to fill in behind here with a lot of these rocks, and trying to manage these little things with the machine is just not the best idea. This is way faster to use some muscle. All right, let's get a couple of scoops, fill in behind that. Well, without, maybe get a little closer, I guess. Okay, that took a little while, but that's not easy. Yeah, it looks, I mean, in the time lapse and everything, it looks like it's, but no, it's not easy. So I got a really good first 2 rows there. I'm really happy with that. So next thing, I just gotta take the tractor. I'm gonna fill in dirt behind it, get it packed in. But I also wanna put a dead man in. A dead man is something solid like a big old concrete block of work. And you're gonna tie a rope to one of the fasteners in here and bury it with the rope tied, bury the cement block behind the wall with the rope tied to it. And it's gonna just help shore this up so that all this backfill doesn't push the wall over. I just need enough room to get that rope through. There we go. Now we're getting there. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Perfect. It's right there on the end. All right. Get enough room. I think that's enough. I can get that rope through. And get this rope fed through here and around that fastener. All right. Now we're going to tie a really good knot here. Aren't you that rope that came in here earlier? Nope, I'm afraid not. All right, now need to get this pulled good and tight over here. Like that. We're gonna twist it a couple times. That'll be good. Bury that thing way down in there. Yeah. Now, I'm gonna put the dirt in on top of the concrete block first. Pack that in good and tight. Then as I pile fill in here and put rocks on top of it, you see what that's gonna do? That's gonna pull, and hopefully that dead man will stay there, and it'll shore this up. Oh boy, I am happy. Yes, I am thrilled with the way this turned out. It's just, wow, what an improvement. And the space here, I've got at least 8 feet, more like 9. And it's just to be able to get logs in and out of here. I stack my full-size raw logs out there, and then I'll bring them in here to cut them up and be processed. The concrete, once again, for sawdust and all kinds of spoils, easy to clean up. You just clean it up with the bucket of the tractor. That's why I want to make sure I'm lucky enough to have this huge concrete wood yard that I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth, and I want to make this thing as nice as I can. So tune in next time, we'll see what I do next. But if it turns out anything like this, this wood yard is going to be amazing. So I'll see you next time when I'm doing more stuff.